start to feel as if there's a slight rumbling in the mountainside and the ground. Um, you can look around and you see that some of the larger crystal outcroppings are vibrating in a sense.
Hmm. Doesn't seem good. Do I already have some of the flowers, or have I like just barely touched it?
Like you picked one up and then some like there was a reaction.
Mm. What is my success on quickly grabbing a couple more before trying to find a safe place in case something goes down?
You uh, are able to grab a few more, and you're kind of just like stuffing them into your arm to hold them. But as you do that, one of the crystal outcroppings nearby starts to rumble vigorously, and it appears that a few pieces break from the side of the mountain, forming a large, mildly humanoid figure um, of pure crystal.
Mm. Yeah. Mixed Ryan, do you have anything? Because I definitely want to go find like a cave to hide in till we're safe.
I'm going to charge while drawing my sword.
While he's charging, I'm gonna look for a safe place in case that fails.
Mama McSwaggins did not raise a bitch, and the way I see it is this thing is stopping me from getting her a Mother's Day gift.
I mean, because I still want to attack, but I want to find a retreating place first in case everything fails. So I definitely want to use like my
You can't
seduction
spell
again in
retreat
mid hand.
without running away.
You draw your sword
Oh,
and sneak up on the what appears to be the a sluggish um, humanoid rock figure.
I didn't
Um,
sneak. I rushed it.
well, yeah, I mean, like you just
he
beeline.
rushed quietly.
You strike at the crystal figure, um, and you are able to chip a little bit of the crystal off of the chest region of the crystal uh, figure, dealing 4 damage.
Make it talk.
Hmm?
Valora, you are kind of looking for a hiding place, and McSwaggins, you dealt your damage to the what appears to be a large crystal golem. The crystal golem kind of just vibrates in a strange tone that is audible at a deep frequency to the ear, and then takes a long
No.
uh, a long sluggish swing towards McSwaggins, who's the closest um, to the arm.
Okay. After that, I want to know how my scoping did for a hiding place before I take my next action.
All right. McSwaggins, you attempt to dive out of the way, and the golem clips your tail a little bit with the swing, dealing 1 damage.
Does it take any smelly damage?
No. Being a large crystal golem, it seems impervious to dysentery.
Wait, did you say dysentery?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep randomly making noise to keep it from
that sounds like a good plan.
freaking out on you. Wow, that's interesting. No one ever tells me that.
What, to randomly make noise all the time?
No, yeah, to keep talking. No one ever.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
thanks.
Valora,
Mm.
you were looking for a
Yeah,
place
did I
to
find
hide.
anything?
You do see uh, a small outcropping in the side of the mountain that seems like it might be big enough for one of you um, to hide back in.
Mm. No deal. Okay. So I want to assume because
You
these
know what happens
crystals.
when you assume.
Well, I want to assume Valora will know I want to assume that the crystals that are on the mountain, because they're blue, are beneficial to strengthening my ice abilities, correct?
I think they just have like a natural magical ability to them. They're not necessarily like a
Okay.
specific
I
flavor.
got
Okay.
played.
What?
This is the real reason you wanted to come up here, not to help me.
Yeah, I said that.
No?
You
Yeah.
think she was just gonna lead you to a mountain for no reason?
Yeah, I thought she was being nice.
Oh my god. I mean, we both benefit from it. But the point is,
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of attack would be best. Because if I knew that the crystals were better for ice powers, I would use fire. I guess I'd try. Ooh, it's crystal. Do I have any kind of like? I don't know what this monster's resistant to at all, so I don't even want to like say something. Am I able to create like a ridiculously hot flame, like something that can like melt crystal?
Um,
Is
I
that something that
suppose you
my
could
character's
try.
capable? Well, yeah. Yeah. Can I? I want to try.
So, okay, one thing I will say is you're kind of like far away from the,
Oh,
because you're like on the
yeah.
other side of the ridge from where it is. Because
Okay.
yeah, you were looking around.
Oh, I figured I was just gonna stand and look around.
Oh,
Cool. That's
yeah,
fine. We'll run back toward it, I guess, as fast as I can, and charge up that attack while doing so. Sorry.
yeah. Ooh, you run towards it, charging your fire attack, and trip over a crystal flower, and
Why?
then it kind of just, you know, gets some fire on your clothes, and you're
I don't
burning up.
understand how I'm so clumsy.
You rolled a 1.
God damn it! That's not
um,
even fair. I'm supposed to be grace and beauty embodied.
so now you're on fire, and you take 3 damage from the fire.
Can I put myself out?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah. You
Stupid.
like roll around on the ground and put yourself out.
Why don't I use? Oh, fine. Okay.
I believe it's your turn, McSwaggins.
Alright, well. So this thing is well and truly aware of my presence, right?
Yeah, I mean you're like right next to it.
I'd like to use my double attack.
Ah, okay. I want to remember exactly what I said for that.
Do I have a double attack?
Well, so that was what I was saying. You still need to make your moves.
Okay.
He has an attack move.
And then I also have Iron Defense. But
What
for
are,
a second attack, it makes the second attack a lot more inaccurate.
wait, what are my moves?
Show
You
me
never.
yours.
I asked you to make them several times, and you didn't make them.
Oh. Okay, I'll work on that.
Because I think I have 3. It's that, and then an agility one.
Oh yeah, because they're based off of everything that's like over 10, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But not health, right?
yeah. Health is the only one because you start with 10.
Okay.
So that
Okay,
would
so
make
I get
sense.
so I get 3. Do they have to do with the? They have to do with the skill that it's related to, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh.
my attack is really high, so I get a double attack, but the second attack is really inaccurate. My or my
Well,
something
so
like defense.
your double strike isn't that the second attack isn't accurate. It's that it leaves you with lower defense for until your next turn.
That makes sense.
So
Oh,
let me
okay.
see if I can successfully get. I don't think I've used a move before, so let's see if the game engine breaks. Use,
If it does, we'll all get a pony.
crystal gold
I want a pony.
move
But they're expensive and a lot
Double
of work.
strike.
Guys,
Okay,
that's
so
really
McSwaggins, you swing once at the golem and make a good connection with the what seems to be a leg, chipping a little bit more of the crystal off and dealing an initial 3 damage. The double strike comes through and deals an additional 4 damage in process, um, leaving you slightly defenseless for a moment.
Can I use a bonus action and tail dab?
You do that.
we're in a battle.
I just made 2 good hits.
I,
Um,
I guess. Am I still on fire? Did I put myself
You
out?
put
right?
yourself
on fire. I've hit it 3 times.
Dude, I am trying my best. Apparently the world hates me.
When you try better, you can do a tail dab.
I don't have a tail.
Oh no, that's right.
But I have like these cool pointy ears, and I'm gonna live like forever.
Can you do a pointy ear dab?
I can't ear dab. They're not that big. They're just pointed. And I can't bend them. There's no muscles. They're just ears. Just have decent hearing.
So the golem just gives off this like screeching vibrational tone, raising its arms into the air, and you can see some blue clouds swirling around above the ridge. Down from the clouds, it seems like it's a crystal hail falling from the
Ooh,
weather formation.
ooh, I have something.
Um, the crystals fall down.
No, wait. I want to interject before they hit us. I want to try to create an ice dome and protect us. Can I do that?
You can
Can I try to do
try.
that? Okay.
You are able to cast out some ice in front of or above you. It's only able to create a small kind of like umbrella structure over you, which is able to reduce the impact of some of the crystals as they break through. Valora, you take 2 damage, and McSwaggins just gets pummeled and takes 5.
I don't understand. My magic's pretty good. Why is nothing working?
The golem got real lucky on that one.
Fucking A. Okay. I feel like
As
about to
I'm
have
pelted
sick.
by hell, I shout, "Worth it."
Like half my health is like gone.
In the slightly taken back state from that large move, it seems to be oddly still for a second, and Valora, you do have a chance to do something if you'd like.
Yeah, can I, while it's not attacking, can I try to use my deduction to find a weak point on it?
You can see that in one of the gashes, specifically the one on the chest, where McSwaggins was able to chip away some of the crystal. There is what appears to be a bright glowing orb that is peeking through the crack in the crystal.
Bright green orb. Okay.
Glowing. I would assume it's blue, considering the rest of it's blue.
Oh, glowing. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I kind of look to McSwaggins. I want to be cool and just do like a head nod, like yeah, you see that, but I know he's not gonna understand it, so I verbalize. Hey, we should go for that because I'm betting that's kind of its life force.
You get the message across.
Okay.
So I'm picking up what she's putting down.
You're picking up what she's putting down. Yeah.
He's scooping my pooping.
That's disgusting. We're on a live stream. People can hear what you say.
So, I have nobody to impress.
Have some shame.
Nah, I'm good.
So you are able to locate the region on the chest. McSwaggins, would you like to do something?
Part of me really wants to just try to hug it and persuade it to be friends.
Megan, can you make a
I'm
noise?
gonna attack it. And I would like to. I'd like to do my. Can I use my double attack again, or is there like a cooldown?
I think you got pretty beaten up in that last attack, so right now it's you'd have to give it a second.
All right. Yeah, I'll attack it. Just with my swordy point.
Mhm.
You know, like reverse sword in the stone, where Arthur's trying to pull it out. I'm trying to put it in.
Gross.
You are able to jump up, leaping with your sword, and Megan, make a noise.
Oh, my kitty's belly is so cute. I'm gonna pet him. Keep talking.
That counts as a noise. Wonderful. You take your sword with both hands and gouge it into the crystal orb in the center. In doing so, the golem seems to almost split in half, almost all the way down to the bottom, and takes 10 damage.
Can I, since he's pretty weakened, can I try another fire attack and do like a fireball,
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, like Last Airbender finale when Fire Lord Ozai is like, and it has this really high pitched frequency sound, and he just like shoots it off, like a Kamehameha kind of thing. But fireball. I just want to like blast it through the center and try to finish shattering it. There's a lot of analogies, but yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, so you're trying to hit it with fireball.
Yeah.
The
Like almost like a nuclear kind of.
Is there a blast radius for this fireball in this game?
Is there a what?
A blast radius, because there is in the actual D&D, and I'm pretty sure I'm within that blast radius.
You fire what is like a fire, like a spear of fire that's really accurate and doesn't explode. And it hits it like the whole thing split from like the waist up, and you kind of just like smack it in the belly button with this fireball, dealing 4 damage. But you deal enough damage to where the crystal golem just shatters into pieces.
Ooh, boy.
But wait, there's gotta be more than one crystal golem.
No. No. Can I? How does the crystal fare? Can I go up to it and see like its center chest piece? Can I?
Well, I mean that's like it's just shattered to pieces.
So the glowing orb inside of it is just gone.
Yeah, that was like
salvage?
so there you can see you can see that there's like 2 halves of what was the orb, sitting amidst a large pile of chunks of crystal.
I take the 2 halves.
All right.
Can I roll a perception check to see what is the shiniest thing near me?
It's okay. Stop. Okay. Sorry, my cat's claw was stuck in the carpet.
I can hear your cat purring.
Jono, I thought you were just hungry.
You look around and you can see that one specific flower on on the mountainside right in front of you is just glowing a little bit brighter than the rest.
I bolt at it and try to pick it.
Um, you are successful and you are able to grab this very shiny crystal flower.
But I need it. I'll trade him 3 regular shinies for the super shiny.
I make a gesture with my tail that you can only assume is rude.
Wow.
Wow. This is for Mama McSwaggins, and I turn around and start walking home.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, obviously I kind of have to go with him too.
No,
I mean,
I'm
I
just
don't
playing. We can
need to.
stay up here. I'm pretty sure I'm close. I'm probably feeling about 50-50 right now if I took 5 damage. No, I took 6 damage. So.
Oh yeah, can I drink one of my potions?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to.
McSwaggins, do you have
get
any way to like heal your damage, or would you like to partake in a potion?
No, I don't believe in that.
Okay.
That's how you get autism.
Oh god.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're living up to your charisma. So, Valora, you partake in one of your potions, and that heals up to 4 damage.
Ooh.
So
I'm feeling a bit better. I'm still not quite 100, but I'm better.
yeah, I was trying to see what. I mean, I could do this way. I'm bad at spelling right now. Yeah, so you are almost back to full health, and McSwaggins, you gave a rude gesture. Yeah, so taking the flowers, you can see that. So you have McSwaggins has his one very shiny flower. Megan, say something. Valora, you have maybe like a handful of some normal crystal flowers, but in taking the shiny flower, you can hear off in the distance some rumbling.
Nope. We are getting the fuck out of there. I still have the chunks of his heart, right? Like the big old...
Yeah, you got the orb.
Okay.
So, frightened by the, or at least off-put by the distant rumblings, you start to descend down the mountain, and Valora, you are able to scale down the mountain fairly normally. McSwaggins, you put a little flare on it, and you kind of just like roll down the mountain and land in a pose.
I'd like to eat some of my food. Once I get to the base.
Megan, can you say
Is it
something?
raw meat?
It was like cured beef, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to eat some of it.
I'm faring okay, I feel. How far is that dude's cabin?
Hold on. I think
Yeah, no,
I
you're
can
good.
make it so that McSwaggins consumed beef. How did that work? We're trying a bunch of new stuff today.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, that worked. Okay, so you are able to heal a little bit of your damage by eating the beef. And descending the mountain, you no longer feel chilly, as it was only cold on the mountain.
What?
Good. So you've descended the mountain. The crystal golems seem to have congregated on that ledge, but they don't seem to pursue you any further off of the mountain as you've exited their domain.
Okay, how far is the cottage?
I mean, it's just like a few hills over.
I suggest that we try to head back to the college to take up the dude's offer to stay the night.
I scream a slumber party and start running towards the cabin. Or the
Oh
cottage.
my god.
Do I know the direction? Or am I running in an unknown direction?
Yeah, you're heading in the right direction. You're using that straight line thought process, and you're just going for it. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you
keep making horrible noises.
you approach the small cottage, and as you get within eyesight of the of to get out a little bit more of the details of what you're looking at, you can see that the small Goobian fellow has kind of just plopped a chair out behind the cottage and has been watching the show as it went down.
Wow. You know, I can't blame him. I continue forward and politely ask if his offer to stay the night still stands.
He yells out at you and says, "Man, I saw that whole thing go down. It was like some fireworks over on the mountain. I saw the explosion with the crystals and everything. It was great."
Can I just feign ignorance? Can I just go, what? What? Where were we?
What are you talking about? We were just fighting this big shiny thingy, and you took some flowers.
Yeah, I just tell him that I wish I could have seen it.
You remember you tripped and fell and caught yourself on fire?
Shh. I fixed it. I put it out and I healed myself a little bit. So.
You know, would you make you feel really a lot better? You gave this guy one of your flowers because he's gonna let us sleep over.
Oh. I might give him like a petal off one, but these are pretty necessary.
Do we know his name?
We should ask his name.
He seems to just kind of laugh at your attempt at seeming ignorant to the situation. He yells back and he says, "My name's Bubbles, and I'd be happy to take you in for the night. We'll see if we can squeeze everybody in on the floorboards here."
What? Who's staying on the floorboards? Can that be McSwaggin?
I was gonna sleep on the roof.
Oh, I guess I'll take the floor. He's gonna voluntarily go to the roof.
Well, I mean,
I didn't even think that was an option.
If that's what you want, I'm sure the building's just about the same size as you, so I suppose it would make a decent bed. It might be a little bit angular.
What's wrong with being a little obtuse? I think you're cute.
Bubble seems flattered with your flattery, and
Wow.
he gratefully takes one of the petals as a keepsake, but doesn't ask for anything more in return. And with that, the adventurers seem to have come to a nice conclusion of the events, and in the morning they can go off towards their respective directions.
Ah, good.